And that learning should be relatively permanent. Okay. The person who is a lifetime learner cannot say that I have learned everything.
In the tier 2 or tier 3 colleges, the group of the students are heterogeneous.
Yes.
So we cannot apply the same rules over there, but because everyone is not as privileged as the people who are getting the premium education.
You should understand that what is the definition of premium institutes? Okay, they are premium because of their filter.
Competition is really healthy. The concept have been floating out for so long.
When competition word comes, always think about red ocean strategy and blue ocean strategy. Okay. When there is a competition, there will be a bloodbath. Simple. When you are doing a competition, you are actually ruining your resources, your energy, your capital. So why you want to be in a competitive stage?
Hello everyone. You might be wondering what I'm doing again, like all these conversation and podcasts. But today I have a really very special guest with me. So meet Dean sir to the Jigyasauniversity in Dehradun, and where we had so much fun. The conversations we had done, all the theories you have explained, the case-based learnings, and the topics like we delve into the topics like conversation, experiment-based learning, and so much more.
I'm Dr. Vivek Devvrat Singh. I'm Associate Dean with Jigyasauniversity in the School of Business Management. I have an experience of more than 21 years. In corporates, I learned a lot, and furthermore, we will discuss in your podcast. Thank you, Meghna, for inviting me to your podcast.
Thank you, sir. Thank you.
This conversation, I really wanted more of an educational purpose. I am here to learn, and forgive me in advance if I do not know anything which I am saying. But again, I am here to learn from you, from your expertise. You have more than 20 years of experience. Oh my God. When I say 20s, it's like a lifetime for so many people. But I, really want to delve into the topics today, or which all of us can, have the depth of some thinking, provoking the thought process, which in our day-to-day life, usually we do not go over there. So that is the agenda of this, which I want to, and I hope so I will do justice to this. And welcome to the MG Radio, sir.
Thank you, Meghna. Thank you very much for coming, and it was a nice introduction. I'm glad that you are here, and we are again meeting after, I think, 1.5 years.
Yeah.
So you were my student.
2 years. It's been more than 2.
So you are a very bright student at that time, and also right now time you are doing very nice with corporates, and also you are engaged in learning, and definitely it will be a good platform for youngsters to understand that through this podcast a little bit more about how to actually move ahead in their career.
Yes. A lot more than that, because you actually you taught us not only about, I think, the study perspective, but also the life lessons also you have given us while studying.
See, basically whenever somebody asks me that what is MBA or what is management, so I always say that it is just like a life. You have to live with management. If you are not managed properly, then it will be difficult for you to survive. And management is not only sales. Many people understand that after doing management you will get a job in sales or just in marketing. It is a comprehensive approach towards life. So managing everything in life is known as management, and management also includes many other things, many other aspects like strategies, like how to beat competition, or how to not even beat, if you want to lead somewhere even in your society, even in your amongst your friends also. So you should have that understanding of how to behave with people. So this is what I have understood from my experience, and I normally, whenever we are into these lecture rooms, when we interact with students, we have to come up with the normal experiences. We have to explain them with the practical scenarios, And then we should actually come up with these theories. Okay, see, this was what is written in the book, and this is what you have experienced. So this is actually it is. And I also believe that if you are going to study a theory which is written in a book, so the theory will not be invented by someone. Actually, theory exists. It is only that somebody actually came up with certain propositions, certain hypotheses, and it is proved that this is what is happening. So that's why this is a theory. So because see, theory cannot be that something new has come. It is there in the universe, which we are going to actually find out. And then we actually conclude it with our postulates, then hypothesis, and then results, and then it is known as that. Now this is the real equation, particular environment. So now if you will say that no, whatsoever you have actually learned is not correct, now this is the new learning which you have to learn, it is difficult. And so what you have to do is you have to sit with students in small groups. You should listen from them, that what they know about certain principles. See, the principle will be a name, and it will be in English. But student who has an experience of 20 years will have his or her own fundamental principles with a different name. They might be saying that, okay, fine, Maslow's hierarchy theory or ERG theory of these are theories in HR. So they will have their own nomenclature of these theories. But we are now saying that no, this is the theory. So they will not be able to understand until and unless you actually explain them, you correlate them, what their experiences were and what this theory says. If this matches, they will understand it properly and they will then apply it in future also.
Bilkul. If how we can promote a holistic learning if we are discarding, like you said, the fundamentals they have learned through their lifespan of the 20 years or 21 years. So we want them to discard those fundamentals and now learn this. That is now not how it works. So I have a question, like it's a very interesting question. It could be, it could trigger many people also, even many universities as well. So why still, we know this is very basic. Now we are talking to it, looks like it's very fundamental. But still, why when we specifically when we talk about tier 2 or tier 3 colleges, why we are not following this path or this agenda? At the one time we do say that we want our students to fly high, to spread their wings, but the other time we want to constrict them, specifically not only with the tier 2 or tier 3 colleges, but the Indian education system so far what I have experienced among that. Why do we do that?
See, you have rightly told about this, that this is what is happening, but again this is not the real scenario also. And this scenario is changing. Let me just come very straightforwardly that, see, our education system was not like that, which was there in mid 90s, 80s, something like that, and still we are having such constraints that only certain chunk of students will get a premium education. It was the philosophy earlier. Now there are so many institutes, so many universities across India where a student can explore and learn. But as you were saying that only content-driven education was there, now this content-driven education has been converted or transformed into OBE, which is known as outcome-based education. So what is the outcome of your study which you are studying? So we will define the outcomes first, that we want these outcomes after a graduate passes through the education system or postgraduate. So whether these outcomes are being met by what we are teaching with a certain type of pedagogy, so this is now the culture which has been evolved.
The adult
past 10 years, past 20 years, the Indian education system is moving very fast. Not only premium institutes, also the institutes who are actually developing, they are also adopting, or they have also adopted it. Now, further moving ahead, why it happened? Let me just first tell you that, see, if you want to train or teach a group of people, then how you are going to teach them or train them? See, try to understand that how forces, military forces, Air Force or your Navy, that is known as defense forces, they recruit their employees. What is the process? It's a strict selection process.
बिल्कुल. Yeah.
So it's just like a sieve. आपने देखा होगा ना, आप गेहूं या चावल या दाल छानते हैं तो उसमें कुछ चीज नीचे रह जाती है और ऊपर एक होमोजेनियस आइटम रहता है.
Yes.
Right? Or the homogeneous item is at the bottom. So what is required is that we should have a like cut-off kind of thing to select students for different type of education goals. Are you getting me? So you can see this in defense. What happens? Nobody can actually go to defense forces. Nobody. They say there is a strict selection criteria.
Yeah.
Now the bunch of people who will be actually there in defense forces, when they are recruits and when they are into the training, what is going to happen? These bunch of students or recruits or military personnel will be homogeneous. They are homogeneous in nature. They have same kind of brain. They have same kind of physical stamina. They have same kind of approach towards life. So now this homogeneous group can be trained quickly.
Yes.
With the same focus, with same pedagogy, with same instructions, with same kind of approach.
But
when we talk about education system, if somewhere and somehow we try to actually have that kind of filtration, that okay, you want to do certain course or program, so this is the filter. If you clear this, only you can get the admission. So what in this manner, what will happen? You will get certain mindset of people. They will have same type of psychology. They will have same type of approach towards life. They will have same type of learning habits, like slow learners, quick learners. So we will have same type of people, and this particular bunch can be trained accordingly. Right?
Yeah.
Now suppose, for example, you are saying that content driven education. Fine. Now suppose a student who has joined a university is not as same as X student. A Y student and X and Y student, they are not same. So a same type of approach will not work. So see, try to understand. If I am delivering content in a class, all are not similar because it is a heterogeneous group.
it is.
It is a heterogeneous group. So what I have to do, we have to identify. Only OB will also not work in this manner. We cannot teach a heterogeneous group in a similar manner. So we have to segregate students. We have to make small groups, and then we have to understand first what their problems are, that how they want to see themselves in future, what is their learning approach, and then we can actually work on them. So this approach we are adopting in our university. We have initiated this, and with small groups, small bunch of people, not only in classroom but also in gardens, also in cafeteria, also in students. See, you might have heard about seminar is happening, and there are people coming from outside, intellectual people, and they delivered some content to the students, and they just clap and it's over. But what we do is we organize student seminar, peer-to-peer learning. So what will happen on this stage? Student will sit, and then they will deliver what the objective of the program is, seminar is. So the students are leading. So what will this help? How this is going to help us? See, then they will actually explore about regarding the topic, different angles towards it, and then they will come up with their own ideas. What are the solution to these problems? And in this manner, we are going to actually achieve our targets of real learning, because learning is not permanent. We can say that learning is permanent, but it is relatively permanent.
It's not?
No. Learning is permanent, definitely. That's why it is known as learning. But you have to understand that learning should be relatively permanent.
Okay.
A person who is a lifetime learner cannot say that I have learned everything, and now after 1 year I will not learn new. So relatively permanent should this type of feeling should be there with the students also, that whatsoever you are learning right now, it may change after some time, because this was the scenario where you actually explored yourself, and this is the scenario where actually things are happening right now. Now you can see EVs are there. Nobody thought about that.
Yeah.
What about those companies who were into petrol and diesel engines? Now even phone companies are making cars. Samsung is going to come. I studied one article earlier. So things are changing. So that's why learning is relatively permanent. We should understand that, and on the basis of that, we should actually deliver the content. See, content is also important. So without a framework, we cannot teach. So you cannot teach a student geography if the student has taken admission in management. So definitely we can teach them geography also, that on these seashores or on the mountain, hilly areas, plateau areas, green areas, there is a different kind of approach of people. So we have to make products like that. We have to market according to that. So that is also important, but I'm not saying that you have to deep down into the geography. So that's why we have to bring that particular content on those boundaries. We have to actually teach the student or train the student.
Okay. So the way I am understanding it, like the way you have explained it, while you were saying, I was correlating so many ideas, so many questions when we are growing up came into our mind. And also at the same time, like, there are a difference. We always say that there are Ivy League colleges, tier 1 colleges we talk about, then we compare them with the tier 2, tier 3. And I think you have, did a pretty good job in explaining why it cannot be same, why the educational system cannot be same. Because like you said, please tell me if I am, correlating it correctly. You said just now, explained it, the concept of, the differences, the homogeneous group or the heterogeneous group you have talked about. So when we say about the tier 1 or the Ivy League colleges, the premier educational groups, the people there are already the homogeneous group. So that's why all those concepts we are going to talk about, we were the case-based learning or a particular experiential learning, and everything works very well there.
Yes.
But here in the tier 2 or tier 3 colleges, the people, the group of the students are heterogeneous.
Yes.
So we cannot apply the same rules over there, but because everyone is not as privileged as the people who are getting the premium education.
You should understand that what is the definition of premium institutes. Okay, so if you talk about IITs, IIMs, are they premium? So they are premium because of their filter which they have put across it for the selection criteria.
Yeah, that homogeneous group they are already bringing.
They are not premium because they are charging very huge amount of fees. So premium means that the student which is going there to study is premium in terms of that knowledge part, that skill part, and that the intellect part of that candidate, the student. So this is what is the difference. That's what I told you, that they have made, they have actually incorporated that strict selection criteria. On the basis of that, they are premium, right? So this is what I want to tell you. But you cannot say that the students who didn't clear that particular examination entrance for those institutes cannot get a success in life. That's why we are here.
Of course, yes.
That's why we are here to actually help them to understand that see, world gives opportunities to everyone.
Yes, of course.
To everyone. See, you can see that in jungle or in a forest, there are so many creatures, so many animals. Still, we are also social animal. So everybody has a survival rule. Everybody has their own defense techniques. Everybody have their own attack strategies. So that's what I'm saying. See, so if somebody has not cleared that benchmark, doesn't mean that they will not be able to explore their opportunities in the same domain with other institutes. So that's why when you are saying that case-based approach,
Yeah.
why this is important? What is case-based approach? It's very simple. If Pepsi did something, what Coke did? That is case-based. Simple. So you might be knowing that Thumbs Up was one of the leading brands of. It was an Indian origin brand. Coke came, they adopted it, right?
Yeah.
They acquired it rather. And what happened then? Actually, Coke wanted to kill it. Indian brand, because that's American brand. No, American doesn't want Indians to grow, you know that. So what happened? But Indians have that, they have already adopted the taste of Thumbs Up. So they demanded it. Indian population demanded it. See, we don't understand the taste of Coke or Pepsi. Or even when Pepsi were very aggressive with celebrities like Shah Rukh Khan and other in their advertisement campaigns, what happened? So Coke was struggling, and then they came up with an idea that, see, Pepsi to bachcho ke liye hai. We have our own old brand which we wanted to kill. We have to relaunch it, and they relaunched it with Taste the Thunder. So Thumbs Up was again relaunched by Coke with a tagline, punchline, or you can say that this is known as STP में बोलते हैं, segmentation, targeting and positioning. With positioning, P, positioning, taste the thunder. So जो पेप्सी पीता है वो बच्चा है, जो थम्स अप पीता है वो
He's a bigger daddy. He's a macho man. Yeah.
Right? So this is what is a case, a small case, or you can say there are many other cases. So we have to come up with small case means what has happened in past. So we have to learn from it. Now, again, what has happened in past may or may not happen again in future. So, but students should have that knowledge, that base. Okay, these are the strategies through which we actually have to deal with in future. So that's why case-based learning methodology is one of the best methodology. And one more important thing, see, as you are a management student, I am management professor. Our students who just joined the university for learning management, and then they say, sir, it is difficult to learn through cases. We have to read through 20 pages, 30 pages, right? See, case-based approach is everywhere. In medical, there is a case-based approach. In engineering, there is a case-based approach. Also in legal studies, if you don't read cases which have happened in past, you cannot learn. So in every domain, there is a case-based study, and we have to actually promote this, and this is one of the best practices. Earlier this not used to happen. Only certain American universities, I will not name the name, Harvard is one of them, they used to have. Now every university, they are actually using it. But most important is small cases, or the cases which the students can understand in their first semester. We should teach them those first, so that they can adopt that learning acumen, and then we can move ahead. This is what I mean.
And with that, these case study analysis based learning, basically. So initially, like you said, we could go with in the first semester, like a small cases we can do, so that their brain capacity develops over the time. And what could be the better approach, sir? Like over the time, like those cases, do you yourself like involve fully into the case and analysis with the solving, or the student themselves could divide themselves into chunks of groups and working on the case? They are reading themselves, they are presenting themselves, everybody doing themselves. That is one of the approaches I think many colleges follow.
Now world is changing like anything. It has already changed. You should understand. Earlier, there were no source of actually getting information. Now, information is flooding like anything. He will give a case to a student. Student will say, sir, I know this. I have seen one meme. I have seen one reel about what has happened with this company.
But that is different from reading the case.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I'm coming to that also. And now you will know that what AI is doing. So what will happen when you will give a soft copy of a case to a student? The group will give it to ChatGPT or something like that, and they will just give certain prompts that we need a presentation or we need a solution, and then there will be results, and then they will read it. So now thing is that we have to help students that, see, this is the easiest part which you did. Fine, this is also right. We cannot deny that, because students should also learn how to use AI. Okay, right? This is important, very important. But we should also tell them that, see, your brain has not worked. Somebody else has worked, and your brain has stopped working. So this approach is not good. So what is required right now? Now more control is required. Different type of controlling is required now. How to control students to restrict themselves to self-learning in the self-learning environment. We cannot just give now and then just take a PPT from the students. Okay, the students are now saying that, okay, sir, this is what was there in the case, and we will give full marks. Wow, very good. No, now we have to actually go back that how they are doing it. So AI has given us a, we have to change our process now. Earlier we used to give the case and take the presentation, we used to give them, to assess them according. Now we have to again have a control over how they are processing that case. So it's not easy for teachers to teach students now. Fine, we are not saying that we should not use AI, but when to use AI, that is important.
Yes.
When to use AI is important. And further, we should not say that, okay, this was the case and this is the answer. See, if this could have been done by a strategist, so they cannot come up with strategy A, strategy B, strategy C, X, Y, Z. Those strategies are always 1, 2, 3. There are different type of strategies to one single problem. So we should not restrict them with our approach. We should tell them, fine, a group of students, a team of students has delivered, suggested one strategy, one solution. The group B has given second suggestion, C has given third suggestion. All are correct.
Yeah.
All are correct. Now, how when we are going to apply these strategies in market, then it is a real test. So when after the competition of the case, the team should actually come up with the questions to other team. We should sit back simply and then observe how they are coming up with their different questions. So this is how we can see that their brain is developing, their brain is expanding, their neurons have started working. This is required by all the teachers. Many people say that in accounting it is difficult to get cases. In quantitative methods it is difficult to get cases. No, it's not difficult. Every subject has a case. Every course has a case. Multiple cases are there. So we should not restrict ourselves to the content only. So case study is one of the best methods. The other method which you were saying was experiential learning.
Yeah.
Right?
Experiment-based learning, basically.
Experiment-based learning or experiential learning. See, experiment is when we are actually doing experiment. Experiential is when we are into that zone itself, when we involve ourselves into that domain where work is happening. That is experiential learning. So there is a difference. Yeah, it's a difference. There is a difference.
Okay.
Experiment is we are using certain small things, and then we are just trying to come up with the
idea generation phase. There is a one thing called design thinking workshops.
Workshop.
Where idea generation, prototypes and
experiential learning is that when you say the students go to the market, and especially we have to boundary it. We have to control the learning pattern. And student number 1, you will just go to the market. You have to go to the market and just explore regarding FMCG goods, how people buy it, how people actually sell it, sellers sell it, and what is the demand, what is the demand curve, how it is happening. You have to go to the market every evening. Just go to that shop, stand there and see what is happening. Right? So in this manner, or we can design something new. We are doing it. We have introduced one paper, one course in our MBA and BBA program, that is field-based report. So this because I have learned from my teachers. Similarly, I am teaching. So field visit report means that you are into the field, in that domain, in that area, and you have to observe now.
Just observe.
Just observe it.
Okay.
Write down, jot down what is happening. But with a limited, we will control this learning mechanism. We will give certain controlling guidelines that you have to observe this only. And next time again it will come, then we will give something new. And now when students will come back after the completion of the semester, this they will be assessed on basis of these observations what they have learned. And see, there are 60 students in a class. All will get a subject. All will get a defined project. And when the presentation will be there, all 60 will be influenced by 60 others, 59 others. See, they will learn from others also. So peer-to-peer learning, this is what we have incorporated. See, fundamentally, what is a seminar? What is a conference? Conference is where people come together and they learn from each other. So why can't we implement this in our students? In the classroom, why can't we implement it? So this is how we are actually incorporating the experiential learning to our students. Many people say that internship is one of the very good tool for experiential learning. Definitely, yes. It will come in the final semester or after two semesters.
When you have to face.
But it will take time. Why don't we start from the semester 1? So this is how we have developed our curriculum. And we are glad that our students are learning very fast, very quick. They're happy that you were saying something before we started this discussion, that students have certain fear.
Yeah, so that's what I was going to come.
You can ask what you want to ask.
So the fear. No, you continue, but
so
please.
I was saying that, see, when a student joins a management program, they have a fear. Like everybody has a type of fear. Fear means not exactly that fear, or you can say perceived fear.
Yeah.
That see, I am from science background. What is management? How this is going to happen? How I'm going to learn accounting? I have not learned. I have not studied it. And what is economics? So what is marketing? Like finance? How I'm going to deal with finance? So these things are there in their brain. So we organize induction programs. We organize orientation programs for the students, and it is very necessary, very, very important, very crucial. See, we have to actually help them to accommodate in the environment of business. Business is not just an easy task. A student of business should be very sharp, very strong, not only physically but through brain.
Yeah.
So they should not have a fear kind of approach in future.
Yes.
So from their joining itself, we have designed our orientation programs, induction programs in such a manner that the teachers actually sit with the students. They just talk. What you have done, General talk. Student doesn't know that this
These are the
mentorship is
things.
happening.
Okay.
The teachers don't, our professors. This is designed by me. So professors don't sit with their notepads and all that. They have to remember what student, after that they note down in their mentorship records.
Okay. So they talk to them
हाँ,
as
yeah.
they are.
Otherwise what will happen,
Yes.
it might get manipulated. When you are sitting in front of student, or student is sitting in front of you and you are noting down something,
Ban हो जाता
they might manipulate it. They might not say from the heart. So why to do that? It will be a kind of interrogation. So interrogation नहीं करना है हमको. We have to talk to this student. So this is how we are doing.
That's
I think,
amazing.
I think I have given you the answer to.
So many questions
Yeah.
already. So with that, sir, one more thing I want to delve into with you. I really want to understand from your perspective as well. So many students, when they enroll into the college has been become more of a escape round rather than just people or student wants to learn something new.
Okay.
It's an escape round. When I say escape round, it means more of the upbringing from the family background or the home we are coming from. So of course, we are a cultural based society in India. So there are a lot of restriction as well at home and so many things. So what the students nowadays think, the college is their freedom.
Okay.
More of it's their freedom, they wanted to do, explore things rather than, but what the entire specialty of the importance of the college should be, someone wants to learn something, they have acquired something, they have an interest, even if it is a heterogeneous group, we'll get a gist of it, we'll learn from it.
Yeah.
But that is divided now. Some wants to escape, some just want to study the college for the placement only. Some do not know what is going on.
I got your point. See, this is one of the factors or variable in my PhD study, that escape which you've told. So escape can also be categorized with flow. What is happening? We are just into that flow. Right? Flow, escape. Escape means that you are not bothered now because you are there in. So you can take an example that when you enter a mall and when you exit. So during when you are actually returning back, you normally say, "अरे इतना time हो गया, पता भी नहीं चला mall के अंदर इतना time." That is escape basically. That actually we have created the mall in such a manner that the people, the visitors who come, who visits the mall, should actually exhibit more and more time in the mall itself. So that is known as escape, right?
Okay.
So as you are coming from the same generation. So let me tell you, yes, universities and colleges, they also adopt these strategies for students or for the audiences, so that students should be engaged in the different types of activities and escape from what is happening in their personal life. Now, as you are saying this, like if we don't have those approaches, then what you are saying is correct. So we have to come up with certain engagement programs which should have, I would say rather, continuous engagement program should be there. It should not be that there will be one activity and after 1 month there will be another activity.
That I got, sir.
So,
sir, the engagement program you're talking about,
yes,
from the university side, from as a teacher, what you are offering there.
Yes.
But for the student perspective, it's very good. Like you have designed everything.
Yeah.
Framework you have designed for them.
Yes.
But for them, the escapism is also for them also, na? They're escaping from their reality home. It's for fun.
I got it. I got your point that they have escaped from their home, that environment, and joined the university or school.
Yeah, which they do not actually want to do anything with that.
If they don't actually want to do that, yes, that's what I'm saying. See, that's why we have to design those engagement programs. Try to understand.
Okay.
Why we are designing those engagement programs? Because they should not get engaged in that kind of escapism, which is dangerous for them.
They can find their interest into the curriculum as well.
Not only, see, curricular and allied. See, curricular is again what is controlled environment. So allied is that which is in the, or you can say extension activities.
Okay.
So student who has a certain mindset, घर में बोर हो गए हैं, कॉलेज ज्वाइन कर लेते हैं, ये वाला नहीं करेंगे तो ये वाला कर लेंगे. You are saying like that they want to think after 12th or after even graduation. I understood your point. That's why
घर वाले जाने नहीं दे रहे हैं कहीं, कॉलेज के बहाने बाहर तो जाना मिल जाएगा.
अच्छा. See, you cannot have again heterogeneous population, so they don't have defined goals in their life.
Yeah.
So vision is not there. So you should understand that if there is no vision, then there is no growth. You are living like a dead. You are living just like for the sake of living. You're just passing the time. You are escaping from everything. So if this is a situation, then counseling is required. Then we have to sit with them. Again, I gave you an example without a notebook or pen. Without pen or paper counseling. We should have just a normal talk with students in groups, small groups, peer groups, different peer groups. मैं आपको नहीं जानता, ये इनको जानते, तब भी उनको बिठा करके we are just having an interaction. So such activities will actually help them to think about those unproductive activities, and we can actually help them to come to that controlled environment where we can actually help them to grow. Whenever I use controlled environment, don't think that control is negative. See, control is not negative. If we do not have those some curriculum based limitations, then actually it will be difficult for actually everyone, not only teacher, not only student, to learn properly. So, and one more thing, we have approach of learning from different other departments also. We provide opportunity to the student to learn from mass communication, from agriculture, from pharmacy, pharmaceuticals, from engineering department, from legal department. There are 9 schools here. So we have given them different credit system. Like if a student want to have a paper from agriculture, they can study that, but that paper will not be a core paper of their domain. That subject will be little bit easy to understand, which actually help them to learn what is agriculture, what is mass communication, how pharmaceuticals actually do what they do, and how this can help them to understand what medicines do in the body. So these types of actually subjects we have given to the students so that they can get credits from different domains also. So multi-domain approach, we have given them this platter along with their normal core studies. They can actually explore there. So this will help them to understand that where they were running out from the main domain and they were getting escaped, willing to escape from their reality. Now, because of everything, all this approach, they will again come back to the mainstream education and learning platforms, and actually then can create their own vision accordingly, make their own vision accordingly. See, vision actually is not a easy, what do you say, एक मिनट इसको कट कर लेंगे ना.
हाँ, कोई इशू नहीं है. We don't need to.
So when we talk about vision is not a easy task to understand. If we want to deep down in the science of vision, then there are 4 aspects.
Okay.
Vision have different aspects. So one is core values. So we should understand that if somebody doesn't have vision, that means they also don't have values. We should understand that. Value means, for example, you should understand that any corporate, any company who is doing well right now in the market, they have a very strong vision. And along with that, they have core value system. There will be a value system in the organization. So this is what is required for anybody, not only a student, even the people who are working right now. They might be working just for the sake of escapism. They don't like to stay with their family. They're
Yeah.
not getting that support or whatsoever happening, and they just want to do the job. Then you will find many people. मैं तो job इसलिए करता हूँ या करती हूँ because मुझे घर में रहना पसंद नहीं है. बात खत्म.
कुछ तो कर
So,
लेंगे,
कुछ
पैसा
तो
मिल
है
जाएगा.
करने के लिए. See, this is what is we have to understand, and we have to deal with it, and because again. Without this approach, without coming up with engagement plans, we will not be able to help the students to achieve their goals.
Cool. No, I'm getting it. So we are saying engagement and this sounds perfectly fine, and everything, the idea to engage, and maybe we can enlighten, that dim light or that light which has been dimming for a while. But what happens, sir, if then they have to go back again? They're spending their time, the students are spending their time 6 to 7 hours or 8 hours sometimes into this arena, this college, but afterward they are going into that reality again. So environment also, matters a lot.
Yes.
It plays a very important role.
Yes.
So this back and forth, wouldn't it be problematic
No,
over that?
not at all. Not at all. I told you that you have to help the students to design their visions. If you have made your vision, nobody can stop you. Whatsoever the environment is,
Whatsoever happens.
See, whatsoever happens, you will work. See, you can take the example of Japan. If it was bombarded with by the Americans, what happened? You can see how they progressed.
They're still flourishing.
You can take the names of Japanese companies which ruled the market. Now, where was the television invented? In which part of world? It was in West. But the maximum number of units were sold of which company? Sony. There was a time, right? So Sony created their vision in such a manner that they wanted to come up with a set of products which are better than US. So this was the vision of Sony. It is a Japanese company. Similarly, see, that's what I'm saying. What was the environment? What was the condition for Japan at that time? From that stage they reached to. So see, that's what I'm saying. You have to sit with students. You have to explore. You have to talk to them. And I'm not saying the whole time you do this. Just you can take some time. And again, there will be alignment, teacher to teacher. Which teacher will talk to which student? ऐसा नहीं चलेगा. Haphazard नहीं चलेगा. Whatsoever the processes are, we will make the processes. Students will not be knowing that. This is what I'm saying. We have our own processes. They are on pen and paper. But students should not feel that, oh यार मेरे साथ तो interrogation चल रहा है, question answer round चल रहा है. ये नहीं करना है. तो जब अगर हम ये ऐसा करते हैं तो हमें पता लग जाता है that what new types of engagement programs we have to design. Whether the engagement program should be academic in the classroom or outside the classroom. How they will learn more, how they will come to the main domain of learning so that they can do wonders in the corporate life. So this is how we are working on it. You are right, absolutely right that there are certain students who have this.
This factor come along.
Factor.
We are living in India, the land of diverse and free and tired as well. But that's what happens.
You cannot teach everyone with the same style. We are a heterogeneous country, but with a homogeneous heart. So that's why we have to make small groups. And
I like that idea, that helps in the outer world when they pass out for the placements and opportunity as well. So how do you the placement processes? Just want to understand from your perspective.
Again,
how does
it's
it?
Very simple. We don't believe in mass placement.
Yeah.
Especially I don't believe in.
So you contact with the companies and their contact
not in this manner. We talk to students what they want to do. Very simple, 1-to-1.
That's lovely.
See, from the first semester you are with the student. We have all that mentorship record. What they want to do in life. Search the company, search the job profile. Make the student self-reliable, and they will acquire those skill sets which are required for that particular position and that particular domain, industry, company, and then it will be student will be placed
That's a very
automatically.
innovative approach.
Why you want to come up with a company, XYZ company, that this company is coming and it will recruit 50% of the chunk? Why?
To
ये
see
नहीं करने बैठे
where
हम।
you are going. So see
ऐसे
where
नहीं।
you are going.
And one more thing. See, company is coming for placement drive. When company comes for a placement drive, what happens? They want, because they are coming, so they have to recruit many students. So we will go to the company. We will send our students to the company. What is the issue in that? See, and one more important thing. When we are going to do this, we have a strong alumni base with different kind of companies and different kind of sectors. Somebody will be in FMCG, the other chunk will be there in media, some would be in technology driven companies, consumer durables, there are different sectors. Why we want to stick to one company only or one domain only? Are you getting me?
Yeah,
So
yes.
you have to identify and then you have to find 4 different companies of same domain. बेटा देखो 4 कंपनी तुमने आइडेंटिफाई करी, चारों के लिए प्रैक्टिस करो, तुम्हारा जो स्किल सेट था वो मैच करता जो तुम चाहते थे। अब इन 4 में जाओ, 4 में से किसी एक में आपका 100% होगा। Finish.
That somehow eliminate that one barrier we were talking about also, na? Now the students already know you have enlightened the vision that it's not only about the placement, but they will be learning to learn actually.
Yes, they are learning because we have
Barrier ही हट गया कि अगर इसे
barrier
learn
हट
करेंगे
गया
तो
and also we have aligned their learning with their vision.
yeah.
What they want to do in future.
So अब learn placement या नौकरी निकालने के लिए नहीं
And one
होगा.
more important thing.
Uh-huh.
You cannot design a vision for a student or a student cannot design a vision for himself or herself without actually asking himself and herself that do I have skill sets for this particular thing or not. So whether you have to incorporate, learn those skill sets, technology driven skill sets or human physical skill sets, that communication skill sets, whatsoever, they are ample. Or I don't have, so I don't want to go into this particular domain. I want to go. I will make my career in this domain. So this is important.
That's the awareness we need. No, that's a very innovative approach, really. बहुत
So one-to-one mapping is there, just like which happens in football, one-to-one marking, like in military, one-to-one marking, like इसको मैं देखूंगा, इसको मैं देखूंगा, इसको मैं देखूंगा. So see, अगर आप नहीं करेंगे तो आप कैसे टैकल करेंगे?
lovely.
आपको उनके लिए काम करना है.
Like, what is your views on competitions? Is it healthy? When we have been saying that as competition is healthy, so that we can feel that energetic enthusiasm where we can uplift ourselves or also boost ourselves. But on the other hand, the contrary part, there have been many studies. I haven't read, I didn't get the chance to read all those studies, but there's one study from Johnson & Johnson, so I was able to get the gist out of it. That was regarding the cooperative studies as compared to the competitive studies. So is competition healthy? Is really healthy? The concept have been floating out for so long, or and if it is, and we are all, if it is healthy, like in which direction we could actually move with it?
Let me help you to understand, and your audience also. See, whenever you think about competition, you can relate it with red color, okay?
Okay.
And when there is no competition, you can relate it with blue color.
Okay.
So now you can differentiate when competition word comes. Always think about red ocean strategy and blue ocean strategy. Okay. So when there is no competition, that is blue ocean.
Okay.
Fine. So now you will say, sir, what is this? See, you have studied this also in your management program.
Curriculum.
Even I taught you that at that time.
I remember.
See, competition, when there is a competition, there will be a bloodbath. Simple. Very simple. There will be bloodbath because your whole energy will be involved in killing the competitor or to come up with a solution to their technology for your innovative products, right?
Yeah.
So competition is when you are actually when you are doing a competition, you are actually ruining your resources, your energy, your capital. So why you want to be in a competitive stage? What you can do? You can come up with a blue ocean strategy, or you can come up with certainly something new which is not happening, and kill the market. Create a new market. So when you are creating a new market, that is blue ocean strategy. So when we talk about students, let's help this to actually incorporate in the student's life. So placements is when there is a placement, or when there is a pedagogical exam, or when there is assessment. So there is a competition. I want to get first rank, second rank, third rank. Definitely there is a competition. And then in the placements there is a competition. It's healthy because we want to crack that interview. Okay. So when we are targeting a particular X company for the placements, so X student should understand that Y student is going to give me competition, so what should I come up with new? And if I am going to read or explore more about the company itself, rather company, but more about the other players which are doing good in that particular domain, will help me to get the job. For example, now suppose a company is there, like earlier also I gave this example that which company is the competitor of Coke? Can you guess? Which is the biggest competitor of Coke?
Biggest Pepsi.
Yeah, so this is what is competition, which came to your mind.
Yeah.
तो क्या होने वाला है, हमारा दिमाग में हमेशा ये रहेगा कि वो उसके मार्क्स अच्छे आए थे, वो इस प्लेसमेंट में जीत जाएगा और आगे निकल जाएगा, वो ये सोचता रहेगा बच्चा. So because our brain normally thinks in a linear direction, we have not actually helped our brain to explore in various other directions. See, the biggest competitor of Coke is water. Water bottles.
Yeah.
गन्ने का रस, अमूल का छाछ, real juice. See, Pepsi will be just one of its percentage along with others. So Pepsi is not the biggest competitor. The biggest competitor is other than Pepsi, all other than Pepsi. Are you getting me?
Yeah.
So even see, tea is competitor of Coke. But tea also has tannin or caffeine. Coke also have caffeine.
All the soft drink beverages.
All the beverages, all those cold drinks, all those soft drinks, all those, even water, lemon juice, lemon soda, everything. So thinking about only one competitor, or thinking about only the competitor, is not going to help you. So you have to innovate yourself. You have to come up with such an persona or personality for the interview that nobody is your competitor. So you have to create your own platform. So for that, you have to understand what are your skill sets, in which domain you are very strong, how you can communicate better, what are those strengths which you can showcase. So in this manner, search your own company. Why you are even dependent on what company is coming from the university placement department? Are you getting me? So see, develop yourself in such a manner that there is no competition for you. So this is what is required by the students right now, and India is doing very good. India is marvelously doing very, very good. Like we are developing like anything, and I believe that if we as a teacher responsibly understand that why we are here, then definitely we can add value to the young generation.
Excellent strategy, sirs. Thank you so much, sir, again. It was a lovely conversation. I learned a lot. Seriously, a lot of the things still processing. But over this conversation, thank you so much for this approach, sir.
Thank you, Meghna, for coming, and my best wishes to you, and best wishes to your audience also. And